Quick disclaimer, guys. I didn't press the record button on the mic for the full video, so the audio in this video is a bit shit. Apologies, it's not usually like that, so if you're new around here, don't worry, the audio is usually better than this. And I just don't want to record the whole thing again. I really don't. So apologies for the audio shittiness. You will see that when the video starts. So yeah, just so you know. Enjoy. I'm back, guys. I'm back. I'm finally back. It's been a few weeks since we've had a video. I was traveling around Asia and I was just so busy, and it's good to have a bit of a break. You know, it's good to have a break, but we're back now, so let's crack on. So in today's video we are going through the Saturday Premier League matches, Saturday the 16th of March. There's only 3 matches, so what I'm going to do is at the end of the video I'm going to give you some extra games which would be for in-play betting, and I'll go into more detail about that later on in the video, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. Remember, guys, all my serious and proper bets are all in play. I do not do serious pre-match bets, so if you decide to do these ones, use a free bet or small stakes only. If you want to see some of the in-play bets I do live, then you can do so for free inside the Telegram channel below. The link is there. I recently put out 5 tips and all of them have won. 5 in a row. So make sure you're in there. It's free. The link is below. Okay, so let's start. So we start with Burnley versus Brentford. Both teams are in terrible form at the moment. Last week we saw Burnley go 2-0 up against West Ham. I was there. I was crying. I wasn't crying. But, you know, we were playing bad. They scored 2. But luckily, we come out at half-time, we played well, we brought it back to 2-2, which, to be honest, is still not a good result for us, but at least we brought it back. But it just shows, you know, Burnley, even 2-0 up, they just couldn't hold the lead. The defence was very leaky. Brentford's last game was a tough one. It was away to Arsenal, but they still played well. They lost 2-1, but they started to look a bit better. You know, they're in bad form. Burnley haven't won in 11 games now, whilst Burnley haven't won in 5 games. Now, Brentford's away form is bad, but they still managed to score. They have no issue scoring, especially with Tony back. In the last 12 away games, they've scored in 9 of them. Burnley, on the other hand, at home, they concede like no tomorrow. In their last 12 games at home, 11 of them they've conceded, and most of them have been by 2 or more goals. So we are going with Brentford to score 2 or more goals, and the odds of that are 2. Next up, we have Luton versus Forest. Now, luckily, I'm recording this on Thursday the 14th. So we've been able to see what happened last night. Luton versus Bournemouth. What a game that was. It was at Bournemouth. You know, Luton went 3-0 up. 3-0 up. You think, right, they've got this. They've got the 3 points. Just hold back, park the bus. You got 45 minutes to go. And the second half, they bottled it. And Bournemouth brought it back to 3-3. Fair play to them. They played quality to bring it back. So yeah, Luton are going to be in bits after that. But again, like the previous game, both teams in this fixture are in poor form. There's no wins in 8 for Luton. And Forest are on a 4-game losing streak. 9 out of the last 12 games at home for Luton have all ended with over 2.5 goals. It's an absolute goal fest down at the Kelly. In this fixture earlier in the season, it ended 2-2, so it was a goal fest. And I can see goals in this game too. So we are going with over 2.5 goals, and the odds of that are 1.62. Okay, next we have Fulham versus Spurs. Both teams are in pretty good form, although Fulham lost their last game against the Wolves, which they should have won. Spurs will be coming into this full of confidence after smashing Aston Villa 4-0. In this fixture earlier in the season, Spurs won 2-0. Spurs is also a bit of a bogey team for Fulham. They've got an excellent record against them. They've beaten Fulham 16 times. There's been 5 draws, and Fulham have only managed to beat Spurs 3 times. 9 out of the 12 last away games for Spurs have all ended with over 2.5 goals. And the last 3 games at home for Fulham have also ended with over 2.5 goals. So I can see goals in this. I was also looking at both teams to score. That's also a possibility, but we're going to go with over 2.5 goals, and the odds of that are 1.5. Now, to be fair, I do think these selections are solid, and if you put them all into an ACCA, you return odds of 4.85. So if you put £10 on all these selections, you will get £48.85p. If you decide to put £20 on it, you're going to get £96.92p. So yeah, I'm pretty confident about that. That's pretty solid. It's only 3 games, so obviously the odds are not going to be too high, but still 4.85, that's a solid return. Solid return. Let me know below if you think this is good and if you're going to be jumping on it. Now, like I said earlier, there's only 3 games in the Prem, so I'm going to give you some extra games to look at on the Saturday. And these games are not for pre-match bets. These are for in-play, right? When I do my bets on a Saturday, or every day really, I make up a full list of games I want to keep an eye on in-play. And the sort of markets I'm looking at for these games are both teams to score over 0.5 first half goals, or sometimes even over 1.5 first half goals, and then also look at over 2.5 goal market. So basically I'm looking at games which are expected to have lots of goals, both teams scoring and conceding. That's what I'm looking for. So with these 3 games I give you, I want you to write these down and keep an eye on them. So the first one is in the 2 Bundesliga, and that's Nuremberg, I could be pronouncing that wrong, apologies, against St. Pauli. The second game is in the England National League, and that is Dorking Wanderers versus Solihull Moors. Is that right? I hope so. And then the third game we've got is in the Bundesliga, back in Germany, and we've got Hoffenheim versus Stuttgart. So yeah, honestly, my list on a Saturday, I've got so many games to keep an eye on. But these 3 are a good solid 3, all right? So when they kick off, if you can watch them live, that's a lot better. For the 2 German games, a lot of bookies, you better watch a live stream. If you're in the UK and you've got a Bet365 account, they would have a live stream for these 2 games. For the England National League, there is ways to watch this game. Yeah, I'll leave it as that. There's ways to see this game. So what you're looking out for is in the first 5 to 15 minutes, if both teams are shooting, both teams are getting corners, both teams are attacking, then you can either go for, depending how lively it is, you can go for over 0.5 first half goals when the odds reach pretty high. Or if it's very, very lively in the first 5 minutes, you could go for over 1.5 first half goals. And the odds of that are normally above 2.3. And then later on in the game, just say one of the teams is winning 1-0 with 20 minutes to go, and the other team are attacking very well. You can look at both teams scoring. The odds are very good. Again, let's say it's 20 minutes into the game. There wasn't much action in the first 20 minutes, but after that it's got really lively. Then you can then look at over 2.5 goals possibly. So yeah, you just got to watch it and judge, right? So that's the market you want to be keeping an eye on for these games, but in play. But remember guys, if you join the free Telegram below, I will be posting free tips on Saturday, and we're on a good streak at the moment. So click the link below and join that. It's inside Telegram. If you haven't got Telegram, it's a free app. It's very easy to use. Just go into your app store and download it. And that's it guys. We are done. The video is done. First video in ages, but I'm hoping we can start doing 2 videos a week. That'd be good. If I've got the time, I want to do 2 videos a week because I want to get to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible, because once we reach 10,000, I'm going to do some sort of giveaway. I'm not sure what, but it'd be decent. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do. Make sure you like the video. Good luck with all your bets, and I shall see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.